Welcome back my dear students. Today I am going to explain chapter 2 class 10, that is the polynomials. Before starting chapters, I want to remind you, as you are familiar in earlier classes, I explained the polynomials. If you are not understand, you see the video of class 9th. So before starting this chapter, I explain some terms of types of polynomials. So you see this video, then you are understand for that.
टाइप्स ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल्स पढ़ेंगे। हम किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल को उसके डिग्री या फिर नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स के बेसिस पे क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं। तो सबसे पहले हम ये देखते हैं कि हम किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल को उसके डिग्री के बेसिस पे कैसे क्लासिफाई करते हैं। लेट्स से किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल की डिग्री 1 है, तो इस तरीके के पॉलिनोमियल्स को हम लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल्स कहते हैं। इसका जनरल फॉर्म होता है ax प्लस बी, जहाँ पे x हमारा वेरिएबल है एंड a एंड b हमारे कॉन्स्टेंट्स हैं। ऑब्वियसली इसमें जो है a कभी भी ज़ीरो नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि अगर हमारा a ज़ीरो हो गया तो ये पूरी टर्म हमारी ज़ीरो हो जाएगी और ये एक लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल नहीं कहलाएगा। हेंस जो है लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल में हमेशा a और b कॉन्स्टेंट्स होंगे, जिसमें a कभी भी ज़ीरो नहीं हो सकता। सिमिलरली जो है हमारे अगर किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल की डिग्री 2 हो तो उसे हम क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल कहते हैं। यहाँ पर भी जो है a b c हमारे कॉन्स्टेंट्स हैं, जिसमें से a कभी भी ज़ीरो नहीं हो सकता। इसी तरह से 3 डिग्री के पॉलिनोमियल को हम क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल कहते हैं और इसमें जो इसका जनरल फॉर्म है ax क्यूब प्लस bx स्क्वायर प्लस cx प्लस d, जहाँ पर x हमारा वेरिएबल है जिसकी डिग्री 3 है एंड a b c d हमारे कॉन्स्टेंट्स है, जिसमें से a कभी भी ज़ीरो नहीं हो सकता। इस तरह से हर डिग्री के पॉलिनोमियल के लिए एक स्पेसिफिक नेम है। यहाँ पर हम सिर्फ 3 डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल तक के पॉलिनोमियल्स को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। अब इसी की जगह अगर हम जो है पॉलिनोमियल्स को उनके नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स के बेसिस पे क्लासिफाई करें तो वो कैसे होगा। लेट्स से कि किसी भी एक पॉलिनोमियल में सिर्फ एक ही टर्म है, तो इस तरह के पॉलिनोमियल्स को हम मोनोमियल्स कहते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल 2x और 5x क्यूब। यहाँ पर हम डिग्री नहीं देखते, हम सिर्फ ये देखते हैं कि उस पॉलिनोमियल में कितने टर्म्स हैं। उसी जगह अगर किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल में जो है 2 टर्म्स हो तो उस तरह के पॉलिनोमियल्स को हम बाइनोमियल कहते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल 2x प्लस 3, 5x स्क्वायर प्लस 4 एंड सो ऑन। एंड किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल में अगर 3 टर्म्स हो तो उस तरह के पॉलिनोमियल्स को हम ट्राइनोमियल्स कहते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल x क्यूब प्लस x स्क्वायर प्लस 1 एंड 5x रेज टू पावर 5 प्लस 3x प्लस 2।
I hope you are understand for this concept. Now we are going to start exercise 2.1, that is a polynomials. We want to find that how we find it is cubic, ogive, so many things we have to find of this inside this exercise. Okay, let us start polynomials. As you seen on the screen, exercise 2.1 question number 1, the graphs of y is equal to px are given in following figures. For the same polynomials px, find the numbers of 0 of the px in each cases. First you see the figure and you have to draw the figure on the graph sheet. Means you have to cut the graph sheet, then you write it. यहाँ पर एक चीज़ है जिसको ध्यान से देखना है। ये जो लाइन है इस फिगर में, जो लाइन आपको दिख रही है, जो एक्सिस क्वाड्रेंट के एक्स्ट्रा लाइन है ऊपर, ये यहाँ पर लोकेट किया गया है। ये एक्स लाइन को कितनी बार कट करती है, जो एक्स एक्सिस को कितनी बार कट करती है, क्योंकि यहाँ पी एक्स लिखा है। अगर वह पी वाई होता तो वाई एक्सिस में, मगर यहाँ पर एक्स एक्सिस है, तो ये एक्स एक्सिस को कितनी बार इंटरसेक्ट करती है, कितनी बार कट करती है, वो नंबर्स ऑफ इंटरसेक्ट पॉइंट अपन को लिखना है। तो फर्स्ट फिगर में ये एक भी बार कट नहीं करती है, तो there is number of zeros, there is 0 only. So the number of 0 is 0 as the graph does not cut the x-axis at any points. Okay, and now we see that second number. You see they are cutting for the intersecting line y one times and x one time. So we are counting only x. So x is here 1. So we write like that. Here number of 0 is 1. You see the number of 0 is 1 as the graph intersect x-axis only 1 point. Understand? Okay, that this next remain question, it's your homework. Okay, now question number 2. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the 0 and the coefficient. So here you see the question, and you have to learn the formula also, that sum of 0, that one is alpha plus beta, and product of 0 alpha into beta. Okay, it is the formula. So here first question is x square minus 2x minus 8. So first we have to find the factor of it. So x square minus 2x minus 8, while we have to factorize, it is x minus 4 and x plus 2. The value of x square 2x minus 8 is 0 when x minus 4 is equal to 0 and x plus 2 also is equal to 0. While we open the bracket x minus 4, it become x is equal to 4, and there x plus 2, open the bracket, then it will be x is equal to minus 2. Therefore the zeros x square minus 2x minus 8 are 4 and minus 2. So we have to write sum of 0, that is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. So b value is minus 2 and a upon 1 is equal to minus coefficient of x square upon coefficient of minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. Product of 0, so there is multiply minus 8 because 4 multiply minus 2 alpha into beta c upon a. So here is 4 multiply minus 2 minus 8, and here constant term and coefficient of x square. So minus 8 upon 1. You have to put the value. And more understand, you have to see the video of this concept.
Hello students, in this question it says find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. The first part we have x squared minus 2x minus 8. So first thing we need to find the zeros of this polynomial. This is a quadratic polynomial, so we have to use middle term splitting. We have to factorize it to find the zeros. So x squared plus 2x minus 4x minus 8 can be written here. I'm expecting that you are aware of how to do middle term splitting method, so I'm not going to explain how to use middle term splitting. I'm showing the other part, the main part of this question, finding the zeros and verifying the relationship. So x times x plus 2 minus 4 times x plus 2. This way we have got here two factors, x plus 2 times x minus 4, and if we equate both the factors with zeros, with 0 we'll get the two zeros. When x plus 2 equals 0, x equals minus 2. When x minus 4 equals 0, x equals plus 4. Therefore, zeros are minus 2 or 4. -2 and 4. Now let us verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So there are basically two relationships. Verification. Okay. Before starting, let's find out the values of A, B, C. Value of A. A is here the coefficient of x square, that is 1. Value of B is the coefficient of x, that is -2. Value of C is the constant term, that is -8. And the two zeros are considered to be alpha and beta. So alpha, let's take alpha -2 and beta as 4. We can interchange also. We can take 4 as alpha, -2 as beta also. It's our choice. That doesn't matter actually. The first relationship is sum of zeros, means alpha plus beta equals -b by a. We have to verify. Let us substitute, and if this equal sign is true, then it will be verified. Alpha is -2 plus beta. Beta is 4 on the left side, and on the right side -b by a. So minus of -2, because the value of b is itself negative here. So there are two negative signs by a. A is just 1. So it becomes 2 on the left side. 4 minus 2 is +2. And on the right side, we see that denominator is 1, so that doesn't matter. In the numerator, minus times minus becomes plus, so it's +2. It's true. It's true. Hence, verified. Verified. The second relation is product of roots, product of zeros, alpha times beta equals c by a. C by a. Let us substitute the values. Alpha times beta means -2 times 4, that equals c by a. C is -8, a is just 1. We see that on the left side we have 4 times -2, that becomes -8, and on the right side also we have -8. It's true. The statement, the result we have found is true. Hence, verified. So both the relationships are verified for this polynomial. Let's move to the second part. 4s square minus 4s plus 1. So first of all, we have to factorize it to find out the zeros.
I hope you are understand for this concept. In second number, there is given 0 and we have to find the equation. So we have to see the second number. The remaining question is somewhere. Okay. So question is first, find the quadratic polynomials each with of the given numbers as the sum and product of its 0 respectively. So first value is alpha and second value is beta here. So 1/4 it's alpha and beta is -1. Means while we have to verify, so we get alpha plus beta is equal to 1/4 and alpha into beta is equal to c upon a, we get -1. So let the polynomial we have to compare ax square plus bx plus c, and it's 0, alpha and beta. So it's given equation alpha plus beta is equal to 1/4. It's verified for minus b upon a, and alpha into beta -1. So c upon a -4/4. So let's clear here. Alpha value means a value is 4. B value is -1 because b upon a is written here, and c value is -4. Therefore the quadratic polynomial 4x square minus x minus 4. We have to put the value ax square plus bx plus c, so we get 4x square minus x minus 4. Okay. This concept also you see the video for second number question.
Hello students, here this question says find a quadratic polynomial each with the given numbers as the sum and product of its zeros respectively. The next part we have is 1 1, means 1 is sum of zeros, 1 is also product of zeros. So let's apply the formula. Sum of zeros is found by the formula minus b by a, that here is equal to 1 by 1, and the product of zeros is equal to c by a. In question it says 1, so we can write 1 by 1. Now if we compare, we see a is equal to 1 in the first one, and in the second one also is equal to 1, so they are same. Comparing, a becomes equal to 1, b becomes equal to minus 1, because minus b is equal to 1, so b will be compared as minus 1, and c becomes simply equal to 1. Therefore the polynomial becomes ax squared plus bx plus c, means 1x square, simply x square can be written here, minus 1x, because the value of b is minus 1, will be minus 1 plus 1 as the answer of this part. Next part is,
So you do one thing, page number 29 of NCERT book, 29, 30 and 31. There's a very important example. One time you have to try also this example, because board exam this concept is coming for that. Okay, I hope you are understand this two concept. So your exercise 2.2 is complete. Okay, do the notes of this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.